The Russian novelist Dostoevsky once wrote, "The degree of civilization in a society can be judged by entering its prisons. That judgment would be harsh for anyone setting foot in any of our nation's 123 federal prisons." A series of new reports by the Justice Department's Inspector General found unsafe conditions in chronically understaffed facilities that are falling apart and have failing security systems that allow prisoners to smuggle in cell phones, drugs, and weapons. In tonight's Prime Focus, ABC News Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has a look at the crisis in America's crumbling federal prisons.
America's federal prisons are home to 160,000 inmates, including some of the nation's most dangerous offenders. Yet many of the facilities are literally falling apart. A new Justice Department Inspector General report saying all 123 Federal Bureau of Prison facilities require maintenance, with some in dire need of upgrades.
We're seeing crumbling prisons. We're seeing buildings that we go into that have actually holes in the ceilings in multiple places, leading to damages to kitchens, to doctors' offices, to gymnasiums, and they're not being fixed.
The Metropolitan Correction Center, the MCC, the federal facility in Lower Manhattan that held notorious drug lord El Chapo and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, had fallen into such disrepair that the Bureau closed it, at least temporarily, in October of 2021. There is currently no reopen date for the facility. Shut down because of collapsing ceilings, crumbling concrete, completely unusable kitchens, in need of repairs totaling $230 million.
We're seeing problems in every institution. It's a global problem. The business as usual isn't working for the BOP. They have to change that, and they have to address these very serious problems.
Taft Correctional Institution in California was so unsafe, DOJ also had to shut it down. Built in 1996, problems with unstable soil causing cracks throughout the facility. The report said some gaps were so big the sun shines through. Total needed repairs cost an estimated $200 million.
We're talking about structural things. Can't this bleed over to the overall security posture of an institution if you just have things that are falling into disrepair?
What we've seen is when you don't fix your infrastructure, we don't keep your building up to speed, you create safety and security issues. We've seen inmates sleeping with pipes running over their heads that leak, that aren't getting fixed. But that's what we're seeing, and it leads to safety and security issues.
And it's not just dilapidated buildings plaguing America's prisons. A 2021 search of a federal prison in Atlanta found 134 inmate-made weapons, marijuana, methamphetamine, and enough prescription pills to almost fill 2 one-gallon bags, and 705 cell phones, some hidden in walls. This prisoner was caught using his prison cell phone for live streaming and posting on Facebook before being caught.
I'm not just talking about guns, knives. You clearly want that out of the prison. But what we're seeing is tobacco, which is often a currency in the prisons. We're seeing synthetic drugs coming in. We're seeing cell phones coming in. A cell phone in a prison is a deadly weapon.
Broken and outdated security cameras have been another huge problem. Recent inspections found 142 of 263 security cameras at that federal prison in Atlanta were inoperable or malfunctioning. MCC, where Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide, also had serious operational issues related to security camera functionality. For corrections officers, none of these findings are a surprise.
We've been complaining about our prison conditions for many, many years. And it's the conditions of confinement for the offenders, but it's also the working conditions that our employees work in.
Bureau of Prisons Director Colette Peters said the BOP will carefully evaluate and implement any necessary corrective actions to ensure that our mission of operating safe, secure, and humane facilities continues to be fulfilled. Fixing our failing federal prisons is not going to be cheap. The Bureau of Prisons estimates that it will cost upwards of $2 billion to make needed repairs and modernize aging facilities. But annual budget requests by successive administrations are usually a tenth of that, and Congress authorizes even less. Lindsay?
Comes with quite a hefty price tag to bring about change. Pierre, our thanks to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.